Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'd like to review for you a movie I just watched called The Matrix Resurrections. This one was sent to me for review by Warner Brothers. If you guys get a chance to check this one out, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I include more information with the links to purchase one down in the description. So when I heard there was a new Matrix movie coming out, I was very skeptical. Why would they want to go back to this franchise? The first one, was an amazing movie, revolutionary, had a very interesting story, great characters, and of course, great special effects, fight scenes, action. Was visually just a great movie. The two sequels, I don't think got so much love. I didn't care for them, especially the third one. And they're just so confusing and just like, at one point, you're just kind of like, what's even going on anymore? And so now, after all these years later, for some reason, they're going to resurrect the franchise and make The Matrix Resurrections, or the fourth installment. And I was like, what would they even make the story about? Because Neo has already kind of overcome everything, become superhuman even outside the Matrix, and I guess I kind of forgot about this, but they were on a ship going to like the city of the machines or something, which I didn't really understand. But so this movie starts, and I don't know why, but they spend the first 45 minutes trying to convince the viewer that the first three Matrix movies were actually video games, and Neo was actually just Thomas Anderson, a video game creator who had created the Matrix trilogy, and everything that happened in the original trilogy was just a video game. And throughout this 45 minutes were shown scenes from I believe it was just the first movie, and they're saying, oh, those are just cut scenes from the game, and we're given like different elements from the original movie are just part of his life, and he put him in this game, and he's also suffering from delusions, and he believes these things really happened, and he's seeing a psychiatrist who's telling him it's all just delusions. And that goes on for 45 minutes, and I was just like, okay, are they going to try to say the events of the movies were just a game the whole time? None of it was real. He's just a video game developer. I was like, what is the point in that? And then it turns out somehow he had actually just gotten put back into the Matrix, and this was all to make him forget, but still not make him forget, because, if the machines wanted him to forget about the Matrix and all this, then why did they have him developing a game called The Matrix? Like, there's a lot of things like that just kind of defy explanation. Like, what happened after they got to the Machine City or whatever? And they do kind of hint at it, but they don't really give you a full what happened to them and why are him and Trinity back in the Matrix. It's many years later. Why did they not, like, why is he still alive? And they give like a very kind of, I feel like, flimsy explanation for a lot of this stuff. But basically, they come back. People from the new city, because there's no more Zion, there's Io, and they release Neo from the Matrix. And I'm not 100% sure why. They don't really seem to be at war, really, with the machines still. Maybe they are, but they're in like a new city, and some of the machines are on the human side now. And I'm like, okay. So there's good machines and bad machines now, but they don't necessarily seem to be at war, or maybe they are, they don't talk about it. And so they free Neo, and Neo, of course, wants to free Trinity, but he doesn't know if she wants to be freed because she's got this new life, and she's got a husband and kids, and going on in the Matrix, and so he doesn't know if she wants to be released, and so they have to kind of determine if she wants to be released. What is going on in this movie? For me, the story, I just did not get into it. Like, I didn't find it very interesting. In the beginning and towards the end, there were some really good action shots, and but really not kind of the level of the original Matrix, especially the older characters like Neo and Trinity. They're really not as good of action scenes with them, which, you'd think stunt doubles would do most of it, so what difference does it make that they're quite a bit older? I don't know, but their action scenes did not seem that good. There's a younger cast who are the people who freed Neo. Theirs seemed better. Theirs definitely seemed better. So just more confusing things, like Mr. Smith is like trying to take over the Matrix. I don't know what he was doing, but he's back. But of course, he's played by somebody else now. And just lots of things they did in this movie just weren't really explained very well or at all. And I just was left confused, just like the 2 sequels. I felt they were confusing. I thought this one was real confusing too. And the story just wasn't that interesting. And I felt like in the end, they had to make Trinity kind of as powerful as Neo, just because of women's equality in movies or whatever. I don't have a problem with that, but I mean, she never really had any powers, did she, in the other movies? And now, like, she's just as powerful as Neo. And they kind of leave it with a strange ending, I think. So, the movie's not terrible. It's definitely not boring. It will keep you engaged, but just not a story that I really like that much. So I give this one a 3 out of 5. It looked good. Like I said, there were some really good action scenes, but I just didn't understand the point of bringing it back. I didn't understand the point of making the story about the amazing Neo, who was like a super god, and somehow he got taken and put back in the Matrix, and now he's a game developer living day-to-day life, going and seeing a psychiatrist and just trying to get by. Like, I was like, why? So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you haven't already subscribed for more videos, check the videos, and I'll see you guys next time.